Hi, science teachers. I have some questions about course selection, if that's all right.
Yeah, go for it.
Of course.
Some of my peers are confused. How many years of science should we take?
To graduate from Mission Hills High School, you need to take 2 years of science, 1 year of life science and 1 year of physical science. Your A to G minimum is probably at least 3 years of science. To be competitive with many of your peers applying for four-year university, we really recommend you take 4 years or more of science.
Okay, but there are so many choices. What courses should I take?
Almost all students take biology their freshman year to satisfy that life science requirement that Mr. Thornburg was talking about. And then once you hit your sophomore year, that's where the choices come in. So to fulfill the physical science requirement, you could take either chemistry or earth science. And then from there, if you want to take more science courses after that, you have a lot of choices of different electives or advanced placement AP classes. We're going to describe some of those choices in a minute.
What other factors should I consider when selecting courses?
There's several factors you should consider when you select which science courses to take and when to take them. Your future goals and what you think you might want to study in college or do after high school are certainly important. You want to prepare yourself to be successful in whatever the next chapter is for you. Typically, the more science courses you can take, the better. Your personal interests, what are you curious about? Is there a science discipline you find interesting? That's important as well in selecting which courses to take. Again, your overall preparation, your interests, and probably the third thing you want to consider is what makes sense with your schedule and what other rigorous courses you're taking, how much time do you have in your day, and a balanced schedule would be the third thing to think about.
A hammer and a feather drop from the same height on the surface of the moon. Which one hits the ground first?
You gotta take physics to learn the answer.
Physics is an engaging and rigorous third-year science course. This course satisfies the A to G recommendation that students should take more than 2 years of science. Physics is one of the big three core sciences.
Some of the topics we learn about in physics include electricity, forces and motion, energy, momentum, projectile motion, and waves.
This class also includes an annual field trip to study roller coaster physics at Knott's Berry Farm, an egg drop project, and a Rube Goldberg machine group project.
You can choose to take either college prep physics or advanced placement AP physics. AP physics includes additional topics and is significantly more challenging.
Hope to see you next year in physics!
Forensic science is about using science to solve crimes. It's a great third year of science to put on your resume for colleges.
AP Chemistry. AP Chemistry is a comprehensive college-level chemistry course taught in a high school setting. AP Chemistry provides students with a foundation to support future advanced coursework in chemistry. Through inquiry-based learning, students develop critical thinking and reasoning skills. As a student in AP Chemistry, you will simultaneously develop your understanding of chemistry and build a tool belt of science practices as you explore 6 big ideas: atomic structure, intermolecular forces and bonding, chemical reactions, kinetics, thermodynamics, and equilibrium. A special emphasis is placed on developing scientific skills through the planning and conducting of laboratory investigations. As preparation for the AP exam, chemistry students will work toward mastery of the following skills: solving problems mathematically, including symbolically and conceptually, designing and describing experiments, performing data analysis and error analysis, explaining, reasoning, and justifying answers, interpreting and developing conceptual models. Course prerequisites are completion of honors chemistry or college prep chemistry with a grade of C or higher.
Hi, I'm Dr. Thurman and I teach biochemistry. I want to tell you a little bit about biochemistry. It's a weight GPA class here on campus and it's in collaboration with Cal State San Marcos. So you have the option of getting 5 units college credit, lab and lecture for Cal State San Marcos. What is biochemistry about? It's a secondary science class, so you have to be done with chemistry, either regular chemistry or honors chemistry. And it's like an AP class, but we don't have an AP test. We do a lot of labs there. We just synthesized aspirin. We learn about the biotech industry. So it's a great class if you're interested in a career in medicine, in science, engineering, or the pharmaceutical industry. So I hope I see you there then. Thanks.
The goal of the AP Environmental Science course is to provide students with the scientific principles, concepts, and methodologies required to understand the interrelationships of the natural world, to identify and analyze environmental problems, both natural and human-made, to evaluate the relative risks associated with these problems, and to examine alternative solutions for resolving and/or for preventing them. AP Environmental Science includes a strong laboratory and field investigation component. The lab portion of the course allows students to learn about the environment through first-hand observation. Experiences both in laboratory and in the field provide students with important opportunities to test concepts and principles that are introduced in the classroom, explore specific problems with a depth not easily achieved otherwise, and gain an awareness of the importance of variables that exist in the real world. Just some examples of the labs include the EcoColumn labs, the Capture and Release Pill Bug Lab, Alternative Energy and Climate Change labs we do at Birch Aquarium in La Jolla, and the Condor Conservation and Animal Behavior labs we do at the Beckman Center for Conservation and the Safari Park. Environmental science is important because it teaches human beings how to conserve the environment. The environment makes up and influences every aspect of life on Earth. Ultimately, the environmental science is necessary to save the environment from destruction and all of its dependents, including us, from extinction.
Where can I get additional information or guidance on course selection?
Your current science teacher is going to hand out a letter that talks a lot about what me and Mr. Thornburg just said. It will also have detailed information on the prerequisites for each course. So for example, chemistry has a little bit more rigorous of a math requirement than earth science. If you still have questions after reading through that letter, you can talk to your science teacher and they could help you decide which course is the best fit for you, or you could talk to your parents and see what they think. You could look at the course catalog that we have, or you could talk to your counselor. Hope that helps.
Great, thank you so much.